Hey guys, welcome back to Advanced Bass Fishing, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today for the episode. And guys, today I'm going to talk about one of the most incredible baits that nobody fishes anymore, and you definitely need to find some of these. I'll give you some suggestions where. This is the old Rebel humpback, guys, the Rebel Humpy they call it. This exact lure right here is probably close to 50 years old, 45 or 50 years old. I won my very first tournament on this bait in 1981 at Grand Lake on this exact bait right here. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the Humpy a little bit and sort of explain why it's worth your time to find a few of them in today's video. So we're going to dig into that. And also guys, I will put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. They have several of the Rebel Humpback series in there. You can find one there, or even better than that, if you get just like on eBay and try to Google the old Humpies here. They're just called Rebel Humpies, Humpback Rebels. You can probably find them on eBay, some of the real super old ones, but the new ones will work pretty good too if you can't find them. So you guys can check it out there. Also guys, real quick, just a reminder, I know you guys may be getting tired of hearing this, but I just want to let you guys know, because of the birthday celebration, 250th year birthday celebration of the United States, Cast King is offering this Patriot special, guys. This Patriot combo. It's got a Royal Legend bait cast reel, 7-foot 3-inch medium heavy bait cast rod. Super cool looking, guys. Red, white, and blue like this. And they also make a spinning rod, the same color on this. So I'll put my Cast King link in the description of the video here if you guys would like to order one. And if you use the promo code Randy10, you can get free shipping and handling. And you can get them on my Cast King link in my Tackle Warehouse description of the video too, so appreciate that. Okay guys, let me tell you a little bit about the tournament, and then I'll get into the situations the Humpy works good in. The very first tournament I ever won on this was it was a fairly large buddy tournament down at Grand Lake. It was October 1981 down at Grand Lake, and it was they used to have a bunch of big buddy tournaments down there, usually benefit type tournaments, but this particular tournament had like 140 boats in it. I was just out of high school, and I had at the time, I had just gotten rid of my aluminum boat. I had a 16-foot aluminum boat with a 9-horse on it, and I upgraded to like a 15-year-old. It was a Challenger bass boat. It was a 15-foot Challenger bass boat that had a 50-horse Evinrude on it. The boat didn't even have a motor on it when I found it, and I found this 50-horse Evinrude and put it on there. A motor guide trolling motor. I had 2 flashers on it, and that's the boat I had out of it. So anyway, I'd been fishing Grand Lake for quite a few years because, you know, we'd go down there with my dad on the weekends occasionally and go fishing. And I'd been fishing it on and off, you know, probably 30 days a year on the weekends when I had my little aluminum boat, because where I grew up in Joplin, Missouri was only about 40 miles from the lake there. So anyway, entered this tournament with a friend of mine, and we launched out of, if you're familiar with Grand Lake, we launched out of this place called Red 11 Port, which is right by Sailboat Bridge. And we ran up into Wolf Creek there. You know, this was before the big ramps in there, and started throwing this Humpy just down the bank in between docks and around docks. And we wound up winning the tournament. We had, I think, 14 or 15 pounds or something like that. Just cranking it around just the rocks and that type of stuff there at Grand Lake. And these were the 2 crankbaits that I fished here. Let me show you quite a bit. You guys have heard me talking about this. But these were the 2 that I fished all the time on Grand, the Rebel Deep We Are and the Humpy here. These were my 2, basically the only baits I fished besides a jig and pork frog down there for many years. But anyway, guys, the Humpy style of bait is a cheaply made bait. If you look at this thing, the components on it are very cheap. It's got a screw-in eye here, so if you adjust it too much, it sort of, you know, wobbles it out and it runs crooked. But if you can find one that runs straight, there's something about a Humpy that the fish just love. They love the profile of it. They love the action of it. Sort of like the old Bandit type of a crankbait. I don't know what it is about it. It's just everything, the depth it runs, all that type of stuff, that really, they just bite it really good. So let's talk a little bit about when you want to fish the Humpy, situations with that. The Humpy, like a lot of those type of crankbaits, is a stained water crankbait. Stained water and also warm water. The situations I've done the best in the Humpy has been when the water temperatures were like over 75 degrees, and when water visibilities were sort of in that 12-inch range. About a foot of visibility is perfect for it. Warmer water. So when those fish are shallow, that bait will run probably, I don't know, It might run 5 or 6 foot deep on 10-pound test line, but surprisingly, it goes through the brush pretty good. In fact, several of those fish we caught in that tournament, I was throwing it in around those man-made brush piles next to the docks. But if you've got a lake that has some stained water and some warm water and rocks and wood combined, just try that humpy, guys, if you can find one. Like I said, you might get one there in that tackle warehouse link, or just get on eBay. It's worth to have 3 of them, or 3 or 4 of them in your box, because they do not see it. Nobody fishes a hump anymore. It's like the bass in the United States are completely burned out on square bill crankbaits because everybody fishes square bills. And baits like that humpy and like the Megabass Super Z2, those smaller medium lip crankbaits, those are a really good alternative to square bills in the summertime. They deflect really good, they get down a little bit deeper, they're smaller. And one of the things you're going to find out about catching bass in the summertime on crankbaits is you need to go smaller. Summer is not the time to fish a big crankbait unless you're like in the very early part of the summer and you're cranking like a big deep diving crankbait. But if you're fishing shallow with any type of a crankbait, I don't care if it's a square bill or a mid-depth one, you're going to do a lot better by going to a smaller bait like that humpy there. But main thing, guys, I just wanted to clue you in on it, guys. If you haven't heard about it, that humpy is a excellent bait. I mean, catch a lot of fish on it. So just hope you guys can catch a few fish on it, and we'll talk later.